around changing locations and shit. Man, into this motherfucking bag. Stand out the way, I mean. Sacrificing time for this shit, man, I got a plan. Tried to tell niggas years ago, they ain't understand. Riding by myself and it's cool, I'm all in my head. Everything in life you can't replace, I build relationships. Pretty little smile make a nigga wanna lock it in. We met the same time I lost a friend, we should try again. You been on my mind, you should hop in. I ain't gon' hurt you, baby girl, you know we locked in. Used to be on FaceTime calls on the regular. Never made time, landed on my busy schedule. Now every time I hit the bay, you know I think of you. Working on
Henny the Moore reporting live from the liquor store, man. And when all three of us come together, man, it's Cowboys Uncut.
Goddess.
West Coast Cowboy in the middle, the Kanye West of this content stuff.
And I'm a day one type of girl. Ain't nothing wishy-washy over here. I don't jump around, stick to one side. Yeah, the silver, the blue, we got them in their feelings. That star on the field, come pay the D a visit. They say it's hatred, is it? I call it hate and simping. Cause if we wasn't that hating, they wouldn't be in our business. Listen, West Coast say the water tastes better. The fan base go harder, and all the ladies get wetter. Yeah, that's how it is when you straight reppin' for Dallas. We get it in the trap, and LandLord tell us what's happening. No explanations in no shape, form, or fashion. When Henny drop the stats, ain't nothing else to be asking. Them numbers don't lie, that's why your argument dry. And we still got them rings, you got your eyes on our prize. Whether an eagle, a giant, or a commando, you in the parking lot crying, we in the Lambo, we stay in our bag, we run it up in the draft. You still talking about the 90s, so who's stuck in the past? Get off me, and I'ma need you 6 feet back. And we ain't hearing nothing till your team beat that. And we ain't scared of running. So only one team over here, this Cowboys, believe it. Yeah, this you got is the poet. Big up West Coast Cowboy, HTM Sports, and LandLord from Alabama. Y'all check them boys out, man. Don't play around with the Cowboys content. Yeah, and you know it's DC, yeah. DC4L. All day. Every day.
My dear Aunt Sally, we is at the P right now. We gotta go to free agency, then we gotta go to draft, then we can talk about training camp.
And Stephen Jones, who's also a multi-millionaire, moves and feels like a what? Like a dude that is got $15 in his bank account.
We finna come marching to Dallas with our picket signs, ticket torches, everything we can find.
And we are live. What's good with y'all, man? It's your boy, Henny the Moore, reporting live from the liquor store, man. How's everybody doing today? And hey, I'm not in here alone, man. Like, I'm not going solo dolo today. Beneath me, I got the most ratchet, most underhanded, conniving, hold on, despicable, shiesty, apprehensible individual in all of North America. LandLord from Alabama. What's good with you, my boy?
What's going on, man? What's going on? That boy went to the dictionary this morning and found a new one then.
Hey, man, you know, I be trying to up my game. You know, I try to use at least one new despicable adjective for describing you every time you come on here, man. Every time. So I'm trying to up my resume in that regard. But hey, salute to everybody out there, man. It's early as hell. I know a lot of y'all making that commute to work. A lot of y'all still in bed, just rolling over, got sleeping crust in your eye. But you still decide to slide in here and rock out with your content brothers, man. We appreciate y'all. I see my boy. Well, we don't know that we don't know no Diddy over here. We did not go to them parties. We are not rich enough. Fish 82 in the building. What's up with you, man? Justin Kitchen. Dak owns 50. What's up with you? Just T-Smooth TV in the building, man. Salute to all y'all good people sliding in and showing love. Devin Overton, salute to y'all, man. He said that hat. Shit, your mama ugly, but they ain't stop her from getting a nigga. You know what I'm saying? Something being ugly don't stop it from being valued. Your mama ugly as a motherfucker, and somebody still value her. That's why you here. But salute to everybody sliding into the building and showing love to the platform, man. Said D.A. Lee in the building. Fish said he just now getting off work. Damn. Salute to my boy, man. Salute to my boy. But hey, y'all know the proper procedures before we continue, man. Make sure y'all hit that like button. Make sure y'all hit that share button. Make sure you slap the dog shit out of an Eagles fan, man. Make sure if you got, hey, listen, you ain't got to do it, cause listen, we live in a tough economy. But if you got it to spare, you can hit that Cash App to help your boys out, man. Me and LandLord, for sure, will be going to this draft in 2027. We're gonna go all the way out to Washington D.C. and hopefully this time we don't stand in the rain or nothing to watch the Dallas Cowboys draft a tight end that we don't need. Hopefully we don't draft a defensive tackle that doesn't pan out. Hopefully it's a good draft for the Dallas Cowboys when we go. But if you want to help your boys from Cowboys Convos get out to D.C. in 2027, all you got to do is hit those Cash Apps and Super Chats, man. Everything you seeing will be going to their proceed right there, man. So we appreciate y'all for the love and support beforehand.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
But yeah, man, we got a lot to discuss over here in the liquor store today, man, and in the trap. So we are looking for solutions. Now, we be doing a lot of complaining. We be doing a lot of bitching about what the Dallas Cowboys do. But, you know, we trying to come up with some solutions. So this is going to be a solution-oriented show today, man. It's going to be a solution-oriented show. So, LandLord, I'm going to ask you a question.
Shoot.
If you're coaching the Dallas Cowboys or you got some power over there, what are you going to do about this shit this year? Because when I look right now, you were one of the worst teams in the National Football League on third down. It got the third down. It was damn near guaranteed. Your ass finna punt the football away, man.
I mean, having a healthy Dak Prescott would help out a lot. But at the same time, you only have one wide receiver. So, I mean, I don't know, man. We need Ferguson to step up. We need Jalen Tolbert to step up. We need everybody to step up, man. And a healthy Dak gonna help out with that percentage of the whole lot, though. I'll say that.
Hold on, I gotta answer a question in the chat box. Os 1996 says, "Why is your goatee uneven? Why is your daddy also your uncle?" Those were the real questions I want to ask right now. Why is your daddy also in another part of your family tree? We got to talk about that shit. But HTM Sports said, "What do you really think about the draft this year?" I think the draft was okay. Y'all know that we were team weapon. We really wanted a wide receiver. I thought there was other guard options you could have got later, like what the Lions did. The Lions got my guy in Tate Ratledge, so that was the guard I was looking for to pair up with my weapon in the first round. So that was my plan. But the guys we got are good players. They just didn't go in the direction I wanted. But as for this graphic, man, you are right to a degree, LandLord. Having Dak Prescott healthy is going to help a lot with that third down percentage. But this is one thing I want us to realize. We were a bad third down team when Dak Prescott was in the building. When Dak Prescott had 2 healthy legs before his hamstring fell off the bone, we still weren't doing too much on third down. You know what I'm saying? So there's some things schematically that have to change, and there's some things that hopefully before the season starts, personnel wise, they have to change before I feel like this third down percentage is going to come up. Because LandLord, are you confident in your run game right now?
No, sir.
All right, so let's say theoretically we're running the football. First down, you get 2 yards. Second down, you get 1 yard. Right? So you're at third down already. You're at 3rd and 7 because you only got 3 yards trying to rush the football in the first 2 downs. The likelihood of you actually converting a 3rd and 7 in the National Football League is actually very low. Like 3rd and 7 is very hard to overcome. 3rd and 6 is hard to overcome. Like when you're in 3rd and 5 and 3rd and 4, stuff that's considered 3rd and manageable, like the percentage of first downs you get from that standpoint increases exponentially. But when you're playing 3rd and 6, 3rd and 7, 3rd and 8, 3rd and 9, 3rd and 10, that shit is damn near impossible to overcome consistently. So I think if we're able to win and be more productive on 1st and 2nd down, this is going to come up. But I need to believe in my run game again for me to say that shit's going to happen. You know what I'm talking about? Because
yeah, it seems like we're gonna be.
Go ahead. Well, I can't hear Cuz right now, but yeah, I think what he was trying to say that I think we're
Here we go.
Oh, you're back? Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, it seems like we're gonna be in the same situation where everything on deck. He gonna have to work some magic. If they don't get him a real weapon in here, he gonna have to make something out of nothing. Because, like you said, we can't depend on the run game. We don't really know what it's gonna look like. To be honest, we don't know what this whole offense gonna look like to a certain degree. Like, we know Shotty can't change it 100%, but I mean, we ain't seen what his new offense gonna look like when he calling the plays. So, I mean, maybe his play calling alone will help us out on 1st and 2nd down and 3rd down. You know what I'm saying? But we gotta wait to see.
Yeah, and this really why I wish that we had got one of these running backs in this draft, dog. Because if we had a better run game, I would feel entirely different about how we can run offensive plays and do the things that we're doing from a schematical standpoint. Because ain't nobody finna come out and be scared week 1 of Jadon Blue. They don't know this man. Ain't nobody finna come out week 1 and be scared of Phil Maffa. They don't know these kids. So not only do they gotta build up a reputation to the man putting people in the box, they also gotta even be good enough to play for us. Like that's something that I don't think we talk about enough when it comes to the running back room. Like, there is a real chance that one of these, you know, I ain't gonna say washed up because I ain't seen them play yet, but there's a real good chance that one of these veteran running backs that we brought in is the running back for the Dallas Cowboys week 1, and that is off-putting to me, especially with the way I was looking at it going into the draft. I thought we drafted some veteran running backs, and then the guy we got in the draft going to hands down be the starter. That did not happen.
Yeah, we mishandled that. We mishandled the running back situation, in my opinion. Like, we should have had a definitive starter. Like, it shouldn't be no question who finna be your running back. You let the whole free agency go by and the draft, and we still got questions. That's called mismanagement, in my opinion.
It's mismanagement. You said nothing wrong in that regard, because we had multiple needs to fill, and I don't think we did a good job of filling them. Like, running back was one of your primary needs. You still got questions about that. He said Miles Sanders will have 1,000 yards. Why he ain't have 1,000 yards in Carolina? You know what I'm saying? It's easy for us to say that in the offseason, you know, before there's real football games to be played. But my question is, why didn't he do that in Carolina? Because there was other running backs in Carolina that was eating. So
Carolina is terrible, though. I admit that.
They are, but they had decent running back play over there. It just wasn't Miles Sanders doing. Matter of fact, let me see something.
Well, if one of them can do it, then the other's supposed to be able to do it, so I'll give you that.
Yeah, that's my only thing. I'm not saying that the Carolina Panthers are a good organization by any stretch of the imagination, right? That's not what I'm saying. But the other running backs were over there. Like, what a lot of people don't realize is Miles Sanders lost his job. One of the reasons why his stats aren't good, outside of the fact that he wasn't playing good, it's the fact that they also were sorry some motherfucker last year. He was extra sorry. Let me take a look at the stats for Carolina in 2024. Because I got to see who the leading rusher was over there. See, Chuba Hubbard went for almost 1,200 yards over there, LandLord. So they had a running back.
That's concerning.
They had a running back go for 1,195 yards, and let's see what he averaged over 4 yards a carry, 1,195 yards, 8 explosive plays, and he had 10 rushing touchdowns. So you know what? There is no excuse for why Miles Sanders played bad. There is no excuse for why Miles Sanders played bad because there was another running back over there going crazy. So you can't say the offensive line. You can only say he wasn't good enough to be the starting running back anymore.
Yeah. If one did it, then he should be able to do it too. So I'm with you on that.
Yeah, see, and listen, if the other running backs over there weren't eating Fish 82, I would say that. You know what I'm saying? But Chuba Hubbard has established himself as one of the best running backs in the National Football League behind that same offensive line with the same play callers. So, and you know they really wanted it to be Miles Sanders because he was the one they paid initially. You know what I'm saying? He was the one. He was the big free agent signing for the Panthers. So of course, if anybody had bets hedged in their favor, would have been Miles Sanders. So maybe I just think Miles Sanders probably ain't Miles Sanders no more, man. It just happens like that. We know that the shelf life on running backs is not long at all. And I think he's been in the league since like 2018 or something like that. I don't know. Who knows? Oh, and Ted probably still gonna get 1,000 yards. I have no doubts about that. I have no doubts that Ted's still finna get about 1,000 yards, man. Bryce Young gonna be going into year 3. He'll be a much more polished passer of the football. I believe that Ted gonna get that 1K, especially since Ted is not alone. Like you're adding Ted to a wide receiver room that already has another first round pick in Xavier Legette. You have a former All-Pro in Adam Thielen. Like he'll have the veteran presence around him and enough to where he can't get double teamed and triple teamed and shit. Like they're not going to be able to blanket coverage Ted McMillan like they do CD Lamb. They're not going to be able to do that on a consistent basis because they have other playmakers over there. Matter of fact, Landlord, let me ask you a question. I know this sounds crazy, but on paper, do the Carolina Panthers? Hold on, he finna come back in here. I want him to be looking at me face to face when I ask him this shit. Can you hear me, cuz?
Yeah, I'm almost willing to guarantee Ted get 1,000.
Yeah, I was saying, I would ask you, on paper, do you believe that was that they might have a better wide receiving core than us on paper?
Who, the Panthers?
Yeah, you go up and down. Like Adam Thielen being your third wide receiver, when Adam Thielen probably be wide receiver 2 over here. Even at his advanced age, he'll probably be wide receiver 2 over here.
Yeah, they got a better one. Then they got Xavier Legette.
That's what I'm talking about. So they
got Ted, Legette, and Thielen.
You know that shit rhyme. They're gonna have to put that on a shirt.
Ted and Legette and Thielen. Yes, they have a better one.
Yeah, at least on paper, because I believe Ted's gonna be that guy. I believe Xavier Legette is going to be better playing beside Ted McMillan, not having to be the star player over there. So yeah, I think on paper they have a better wide receiving core than the Dallas Cowboys.
We know CD better than all of them.
Exactly.
But take CD out the equation. Is Jalen Tolbert better than Adam Thielen right now?
I don't think so.
Nah.
I don't think so. And see, Boss is being very bullish on his disdain for Ted. He said Ted won't eat bus. I don't believe that.
I don't know what the hell wrong with y'all, man. Listen. Y'all dogged out. Hold on, wait a minute. Y'all dogged out Bryce Young last year, and I had to stand on the table for my boy. He gonna hoop this year, and Ted gonna ball too. That's why I say, mark my words.
Yeah, man, I think Ted gonna be fine. Because Balls, it's not like he's going into a situation where he's the only offensive option. I don't think it's going to be similar to what's going on here with us and CD Lamb. You can double team CD Lamb and then dare everybody else over here to beat you, and they probably can't do it. You can't do that over there in Carolina. Xavier Legette has played well against number 1 corners. So Xavier Legette get to spend the entire season going against number 2 corners. Adam Thielen, who was eating against number 2 corners and had 1,000 yards, is a year removed from 1,000-yard season. Is going to be going up against cornerback number 3s and slots and shit like that. So I think that their wide receiving room as a whole got better with that acquisition. And schematically, there's going to be a lot of things they can take advantage of against opposing defenses. Like, they're not going to be able to on a consistent basis, roll safeties over top of Tech McMillan. They're not going to be able to bracket cover Tech McMillan as often as they would like to. Damn, they got Jimmy Horn too? Oh yeah, they damn sure got on paper. Because remember, football games. Damn, LandLord, I didn't know you got down like that, man. But hey, if somebody's in LandLord chat, please go ahead and shoot Grimace 2 extra in the face for playing. Yeah, go ahead and shoot them in the face for playing. We don't even play like that over here, cuz. We don't even play like that. We make a lot of jokes with shit. That's what shit LandLord probably slap the fuck out you for. So yeah, we not even finna play like that. So all the mods that on LandLord channel, go ahead and get Grimace out of here. Right now, who you think is better team, Panthers or the Cowboys? On paper, well, this is the thing. Their defense is so bad. The team, from an offensive standpoint, you can say the Panthers. As a team, when you factor in the defensive talent and the quarterback and things like that, it's the Cowboys. Like, the overall team that is better is the Dallas Cowboys. But the Panthers do have a better wide receiving core on paper, right? We got to see how they play, but on paper, they have the better wide receiving core right this moment. So we're going to move on to something else to try and fix this football team, man. We're going to move on to something else to try and fix this football team. And we spent a lot of time talking about why we suck on third down right now, right? We talked about not really having skill position players, not trusting the run game to not have you sitting in third and forever. Do you know what else we sucked at last year, LandLord, that we have to fix to have a puncher chance?
Say that one more time.
I said, do you know what else that we got to fix to have a puncher chance this season?
What, the run guy?
Nah, I wasn't finna say the run game. Let me see if I got it on here. Oh, here we go. It's the red zone. The red zone offense. The only team in the National Football League with a worse red zone offense than the Dallas Cowboys in the year 2024 were the New York Giants. And I don't listen, man. I can't hold you. I don't like being on a list with teams that I know is ass. I know the Giants ain't shit. The Panthers wasn't shit last year. The Browns damn sure wasn't shit. The Raiders, like the Texans and the Rams were playoff teams. But I know the Titans wasn't shit. We have to be able to score touchdowns when we get into the red area if we want to be a good football team this year. But yet again, LandLord, I don't know if they've done enough. I don't know if they've done enough for us to be able to do that. Like, you still only have CeeDee Lamb, so when the windows get tighter and there's less space to operate with, only having one weapon is going to show up again. And like we spoke about, we don't really know if we fixed the run game. So I don't know if you can run the football while you're in the red zone. I don't know who else you're going to throw the football to besides CeeDee Lamb when you get to the red zone. So I'm really not sure. What do you think personally will help the red zone offense outside of Dak Prescott? Because remember, we struggled to score in the red zone when he was there too.
All we can hope for is improvement on the run game. And Jaden Blue coming out the backfield, catching some passes. We just need people to step up, man. It ain't really too many other things we can say. Like, we didn't add too many more talented players, in my opinion. So we just got to ask the people that we have to step up. Like, it's just plain and simple.
Man, that's that layback bullshit I be talking about, LandLord. See, I I didn't want to come on this motherfucker and complain or no shit like that. I promise you I did. But it seemed like every time we talk about the Dallas Cowboys, man, like it's some bullshit going on. Like they've done something to piss us off. They didn't do anything. So I'm really befuddled. I think that's the word I want to use right now, my nigga, because we know the issues we have, right? But I don't think we have the shit to fix it, and that's the sad part. Because I really don't know how any of this shit is better next year. I don't know how your run defense is better. I don't know how your red zone offense is better. I don't know how I don't understand how your third down conversion percentage is gonna go up. If all the same issues from last year are still here, and you've barely added any talent, I don't really know how you fix this shit. This wasn't the kind of show I wanted to have, but damn, dog. This shit is really depressing when you think about it.
We can hope Brian Schottenheimer's play calling helps out, and we can pray that this offensive line so good that we do get more than 1 and 2 yards when we run the ball. So we just got a lot of hope, man. That's all I can tell you. Like, a lot of stuff got to work out in our favor. The Dallas Cowboys have made a lot of bets, and all they bets, or at least most of them, or half of them, got to go right for us to be successful.
Man, I hate that shit so bad. Cause let me ask you a question about the other teams in the division. Let's just go with the division. Do the Eagles gotta hope they can run the ball, or do they know they can?
They know they can run the ball.
All right. Do the Commanders think they got another wide receiver they can throw the ball to outside of Terry McLaurin, or do they know they got one?
They know they got one.
Okay. Even with the Giants, let's go there. Even with the New York Football Giants, do they have more than one receiving option not named Malik Neighbors?
Yes, they do.
Okay. So
Wendell. Then they got the other dude too.
yeah, they got Wendell and they got Darius Slade.
Yeah, Slade.
So I'm not saying that they're all pros or Pro Bowlers, but they're very good complementary wide receivers to help Malik Neighbors out. We said hopefully they're not done adding. My concern is that they add people we don't want, right? Because it's not Team Weapon don't just want any old wide receiver. That's never been the case. Because LandLord, there was an article that they posted not too long ago about potential trade options for the Dallas Cowboys at wide receiver. All the names sucked. Like we might throw something if they drafted one of these niggas. I'm gonna read you the names from this article that they had, cause this shit was stupid. Hold on, let me get down to it.
Yeah, because like we said, if it ain't significant, it's not gonna make sense. We just gonna add more and more people like the caliber of the people we got. We need somebody significantly better than all the other receivers we got.
So here are the names, man. The names were Christian Watson, fresh off an ACL injury. Traylon Burks, also fresh off an injury. And Cedric Wilson, homecoming. Those were the 3 trade options this article listed. Do any of them sound like some shit that they was gonna move the needle for the Dallas Cowboys? 2 hurt guys and Cedric Wilson, who has not gotten meaningful snaps in years.
You know the answer to that question, sir.
That's all I'm saying. Like,
hell nah. That's a weak ass list they just gave us.
And listen, if he was healthy, I would take Christian Watson. But Christian Watson is never healthy. He's never healthy. So that's the reason why I can't even get behind a Christian Watson. Same reason, and I can't get behind Traylon Burks. He's never done anything of note in the National Football League. He has not been a good football player since he came out of Arkansas. And
I like him coming out though, but he ain't did nothing in the league.
Me too. Like, you're basically drafting Mingo. You're drafting another guy with potential that didn't work out at his last location. Yeah, like we listen, when we did the content, we were not looking at these niggas. We were looking at Rashad Bateman. We was trying to see if DJ Moore was okay. We had did who else did we look at? I forget. We did Keenan Allen. We looked at Amari Cooper. We weren't looking at no bums. And listen, I'm not saying that Christian Watson is a bum, but what can Christian Watson do for you fresh off an ACL injury? The fast guy with a bad knee probably is not a good bet. If your whole game is predicated on getting vertical, stacking your defender and taking the top off of the defense, and you can't do that no more, or your ability to do that is hindered, I may not want you on my team.
I really want somebody better than Coop, but I guess I'd settle for Coop or Keenan Allen. But if we can't get better than that, bro, it's scary hours for us, bro. Because the Cowboys ain't taking it serious, man. And then everybody going to be looking at Dak saying, you got to do better. Dak's terrible. He this, he that. And we know he don't really got the proper weapons that he needs. We need Turpin to step up again, too. Like, we need Turpin to take another step. We need Jalen Tolbert to take another step. So maybe... See, I'm really getting the vibe that Schottenheimer just sold to them like, hey, I can make this happen. I can do this. I can do that. And they like, oh, yeah, with what we got. And he just agreeing and shit, trying to get the job, bro. So we going to see. Because the only way you going to be successful is you got the tools that you need. Like, you can't build a fucking house and you ain't got nothing but a butter knife, bro. You going to need more than that. So we going to see what he do. I think he just agreed and said yes. That's what it's seeming like. Because if you're an offensive coach and you don't really have the offensive weapons that you need at all.
Yeah, at this point, my boy Ken said, Henny, why don't use the $37 million cap money? It doesn't go in their pocket. I have no idea why they have all this money and they're not using it, bro. I have no earthly idea why they are balling uncontrollably. You know what I'm saying? They can go to the club, make it rain. You know, they up here paying the strippers' bills for months. They can go crazy with the money. And they ain't do nothing. They ain't did a damn thing, man. So I don't know the answer to that question. Because even if people want to say, like, hey, you got to sign Micah. A Micah Parsons extension saves you money this year. Like, the ramifications for any extension for any of your players is not felt in the year 2025. It will actually create more cap space for you to maneuver. So a Micah Parsons extension is not going to keep you from spending that money, because if you extended Micah Parsons, you would go from having $37 million to spend to having $52 million to spend, because you will get a $15 million cap relief from the extension because he's playing on a fifth-year option. So it's weird, dog. It's weird. I don't know why the Dallas Cowboys bullshit.
I just don't understand how they want to run this team, man. Like I said, I don't want to keep coming up here to complain about y'all. If y'all remember me back, about a year or two ago, 2 years ago, I used to come on here talking so much shit about the Cowboys. I used to be beating my chest. I used to be going crazy. The people that's been following me long enough, they remember that. I just can't do that if they're not giving me nothing to believe in, man. That's all it is. Like, I only make honest content. I can't sit up here and blow smoke of y'all behind and tell y'all about a great team that ain't showed us nothing. I just can't do it.
Also, my boy said they got to sign Tyler Smith. I want y'all to remember this. Tyler Smith is going to sign a contract extension, meaning they're going to add years to the back of the contract he already has. He is currently on a 2-year deal. The only money he'll see from a contract extension will be a signing bonus, which does not directly affect the cap. So he'll get a signing bonus, and then he'll get some money paid to him starting 3 years from now, because he got to play this year. We picked up his 5th-year option. He'll play on that next year, and then the contract extension will start the following year. So extending Tyler Smith theoretically doesn't even affect the cap this year, right? because he's still in his rookie deal. The extensions that are signed affect the cap in the future. That's all I wanted to throw out there, because it don't stop you from spending money this year. As he said, do you think they would wait until the season starts to sign Michael? They do stupid shit all the time, because there's absolutely no reason to wait to sign Michael Parsons before the season starts. The money you're gonna give Michael Parsons is gonna be the money you give Michael Parsons. He is already a multi-time All-Pro. He's already a defensive player of the year candidate. He already has over 50 sacks for his career. There is absolutely nothing to do to hinder Michael Parsons from getting paid. He's going to get all the money in the world. There ain't gonna be no more money left after Michael Parsons signs. And I'm being, I'm being a little hyperbolic, but point being, he's going to get a massive contract regardless. There is no sense in waiting if you're the Dallas Cowboys to get that contract done. Like, just go ahead and get the contract done. That ensures that he shows up for training camp on time. That ensures that he's in the fold, working with Matt Eberflus side by side as they install a new defense for the third time in 3 years. It makes no sense not to sign Michael Parsons as soon as humanly possible. Honestly. You still there, landlord, or the Illuminati done got you?
Nah, I'm good.
Okay, I had to make sure, man. I know that's why you had all that money. The Illuminati he went to a couple Diddy parties. I didn't want to say this about my brother landlord, but he's with them people. He with them people, man.
No, man. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I was just telling folks how you went to the Diddy parties.
Oh no, never that. They know I would have destroyed the whole operation. I would have brought them down.
Man, they promised you a Dallas Cowboys Super Bowl, man. You said shit.
No, I told them I got another guy for you. He'll do it for you.
The answer wasn't me.
They came and scooped up here and he got it done. We winning the championship this year, y'all.
Nah,
HTM no.
It's all off the strength of landlord. They told about that Super Bowl. He said, and the nigga said, baby oil ain't that bad. That shit diabolical. He said, if we resign Osa, we know damn well Micah is getting his. You would hope so. You would think so. It's not that I don't think the contract gets done. It's just the fact, why wait? Like, have we ever got anything done waiting? And landlord, this is neither here nor there, but I know it didn't happen. But how would you feel about your offense if this was your offense? We ain't add no wide receivers, but you had Aston Genty and you kept Rico down. How would you have felt about your offense going into the season, knowing what you had at running back?
So that means we didn't get Booker either, right?
Yeah, let's say we still got a guard though in like the second round. We either get the fourth from Arizona, or we went and got Tate Ratliff from Georgia. The other two top guards in the draft.
I would believe in that line. I would.
Yeah, see, I would believe in that. Because now you're coming full circle with the promise of physicality. You got a physical runner in Aston Genty, and you're pairing that up with a Tate Ratliff or the boy. I hate butchering his name, so I'm not gonna say it. The Arizona guard. Like, if you had put physicality on top of physicality on the offensive side of the ball, I would have believed in your ability to run anybody off of the football field at that point. Because I already know what Tyler Smith is. You give me another good guard, and you give me a dangerous ass running back like Aston Genty. Oh, like shit. I'm saying we going to the playoffs. I'm saying we win the division. Because Dak won't have to throw the ball that often. We can literally hand the ball off 35, damn near 40 times, and then Dak Prescott only got to pass the ball like 25. Jalen Tolbert might look better off of play action and shit like that. When teams ain't studying him, you know what I'm saying? Teams won't be able to double cover CeeDee Lamb if the extra safety is in the box trying to stop Ashton Genty. So that shit you can make me believe in. You know what I'm saying? What they did though, I can't get behind that. At least not yet. If you got physical with Booker, but nobody gives a damn about the run game if you ain't got no good running backs, dog. Your offensive line is gonna have to be generational to turn scrub running backs into something. They're gonna have to be generational. And I don't know if they're going to be that. You know what I'm saying? I think they'll be good. I don't know if they're going to be that goddamn good. What are your thoughts, though, landlord? I don't want to just go here and hog the mic and shit. What are your thoughts about that? And if the Illuminati has kidnapped you again so you can finish out your contract, just say that. I look like the Illuminati got my boy again. He got to go back in for another dose of baby oil. So he'll be back shortly. But he said Jerry Jones waits on all of these top of the market contracts, which is organizational malpractice. What's good, Dono? Listen, Jerry Jones don't spend no money any damn way. And this is the crazy part. A team that never pays for outside free agents. Should be running up to their own guys' ages and getting these deals done. You should have had CeeDee Lamb deal done early. You should have had Dak Prescott's deal done early. Michael Parsons should have been signed. Like, look at these outside free agents that the Cowboys have signed. Cedric Thornton, Nolan Carroll, Alan Hearns, Randall Cobb, and Randall Cobb was a good acquisition because of that. Gerald McCoy, who didn't even play a snap for you. Let's see, who else is on this list? Keanu Neal, Dante Fowler, twice at this point. Like, come on now. We don't sign anybody of note in free agency. And listen, that's why I'm so hard on the Dallas Cowboys for how they draft. If the Dallas Cowboys, just drafted all trenches, but they went out in free agency and they traded for a big name wide receiver, or they signed a Derrick Henry, or they signed a Saquon Barkley when they were on the open market, I would have absolutely nothing to say about the team building of the Dallas Cowboys. I promise you, I would shut the fuck up. I would. I'll be quiet. But to move like this in free agency, and then also not draft correctly, and then also drag your feet on signing your own superstars, and it's in doubt if they're coming back, it's stupid. Like, what was the reason the Dallas Cowboys did not re-sign Jordan Lewis, who has played like one of the best slot corners in the National Football League? I just look at them crazy ass numbers. Sugar Man don't want to spend no money. That's what I'm saying. If the Dallas Cowboys had any kind of post in free agency, if they at least gave us one big name free agent a year, right, it would be fine. I wouldn't care. But they don't sign outside free agents of any notoriety. They don't spend on their own free agents. What are they doing? Is the real question. What are they doing? So I don't know, man. This shit is crazy, man. That shit is low key crazy. But yeah, man, hey, we 61 deep across all platforms, 63 now. So I need every one of y'all to hit that like button. I need every single one of y'all to hit that share button. I need every one of y'all to slap the shit out of an Eagles fan because they probably deserve it. And I need every one of y'all to hit that cash out with that super chat, man. Me and LandLord beat that Rico. That super chat and them super stickers is bad working. So help keep the page alive so we can continue to just pop out and do random shows on a Tuesday morning. keep the lights on in the liquor store so we can keep going to drafts and scouting these players the way that we do. Help support the content in the space, man. We really appreciate y'all. Say, how do you feel about the Cowboys secondary? Will they sign a veteran corner? They need to. I don't know if they will, but the Dallas Cowboys need to sign a veteran corner. They need to pick up the phone and call Asante Samuel Jr. They need to pick up the phone and call a Rasul Douglas, right? They need to pick up the phone and call a Stephon Gilmore. At this point in their careers, I'm not sure if they're still some of the better corners. I don't believe them to be that anymore, but they're better than what you have. The other guys are unproven. Kalen Carson is very unproven. Elam is very unproven. You just got to stay afloat until Trayvon Diggs get back. And you need to be in position where they're trying not to rush Trayvon Diggs back at all. You need to be in a position where you can wait to play Siobhan Revel. You need to be in position to wait where you can wait to play Trayvon Diggs. I don't want the front office pressuring these guys to come back because your cornerback room ain't shit. I want the luxury of Trayvon Diggs being able to get fully healthy. I want the luxury of Siobhan Revel being able to get fully healthy to help the Dallas Cowboys. Because listen, if they come back early, they're not playing well, or they re-injure themselves, like you mismanaged them. And we know that Trayvon Diggs probably came back a little bit too early the last time. They probably came back a little bit too early the last time. So, should they sign a free agent corner to help out? Yes. Are they? I have no earthly idea. No earthly idea. I hope they do. I pray they do. I also know who the hell I'm dealing with. When somebody shows you who they are, you believe them the first time, man. You believe the Dallas Cowboys the first time. Because they've shown us on numerous occasions that they're going to go with their guys. They drafted Kalen Carson, they're going to give him an opportunity. They traded for Elam, they're going to give him an opportunity. The moment that Siobhan Revel is even remotely healthy, they're going to play that man. So we know who they are. We just got to believe them. Believing them is believing that they're going to go in here. They're going to rush Trayvon Diggs back. They're going to rush Siobhan Revel back. They're going to play the second year guys like Kalen Carson, and they're going to trade and they're going to play the guys they traded for like Elam. That's who they are. That's who they've shown themselves to be. I have no reason to believe them to be anybody different. No reason to believe them to be anybody different. Will they cut Diggs? I don't think you get enough cap savings to cut Diggs. I don't think you get enough cap savings to cut Diggs yet. I think they're down on Diggs right now. I do believe they're down on Diggs from the way that they attacked him in the media. Like I said, you don't have the option. You gotta double click it, my brother. Because we're doing a vertical stream. If you double click the stream, you'll be able to hit the like button. Student of the game. But salute you for trying too, though, bro. I appreciate you. Because I know you're trying because you're asking how to do it. So I appreciate you, man. But yeah, I don't believe that to be the case. I don't think they'll cut him. But I do think they're down on him. That's why Jared Jones took the shots at him he took. It's crazy out here, man. Yeah. Now, you'll have to hope that the way the team is currently constructed, you will have to hope and pray that Jake Ferguson is completely healthy and that he stays healthy. Because injured Jake Ferguson gave you next to nothing last year. When he was coming off of the concussion and the knee injury, his production was greatly minimized. I know that he plays a lot of games without Dak Prescott, but we can't give grace to Jalen Tolbert and commend him for the 7 touchdowns, a lot of which were scored without Dak on the field, and use that as an excuse for Jake Ferguson. You got to play better. y'all don't even have no creative comebacks. Y'all always have like some bullshit than boys. It's like cowgirls or fag boys or some bullshit. Like y'all have elementary level insults, and you know it's really disheartening. No, as a professional shit talker, that is very disheartening. That's all y'all got. Say healthy Ferg isn't enough. Probably ain't. The Joneses are the people who drive a Genesis thinking it's a Mercedes. Shaking my head. The sad part is we know that them motherfuckers are pulling up in Bentley coupes. You know, we know they got flying Spurs. We know that they jumping out of McLarens and some old shit. Like they don't even do that. You know what I'm saying? They actually go out and spend money in real life. They on supersized yachts and some old bullshit. They're not even frugal in their personal lives, but they want to be this damn frugal in a franchise where the money ain't coming directly out their pocket. You know what I'm saying? Like, I hate this shit. Said new coaches, new season. Shotty is putting a new team together. Anything before now doesn't matter. This is a multi-year construction of the team with Shotty stamp on the team. But this is the issue, Cowboys by nature. It doesn't have to be. You rebuild over multiple years if you don't have cap space. You rebuild over multiple years if you have no other options. You rebuild over multiple years if you don't have an all-pro quarterback making $60 million and you don't have an all-pro wide receiver making $34 million. So that's my thing. You don't have to rebuild shit. What you have to do is find free agents that match your mindset and that are good. You could have did everything you did in the draft and still brought in free agent players that match that mindset that you're talking about. You could have did that. You don't have to wait and build this shit brick by brick over a long protracted period of time. All you had to do was sign great free agents and had the same draft that you had and work a contending team. You're a contending team. That's all you had to do. You could have pulled the trigger and made one of these trades. You could have went ahead and trade for Rashad Bateman. You could have made a trade for a defensive tackle. You could have brought in a running back you believed in. You could compete at that point. You don't have to go in to the season with glaring holes just because we got a new regime. And you still got most of the same players from the old regime. So if you still got a bunch of the guys that weren't good from the last regime, how much better are you supposed to be in this new one? How much better are you supposed to be? Shout out to my boy, student of the game. He said, Diggs, the only corner on this team that make you not have to worry about lining up against a number one receiver one-on-one the whole game. I agree. Because I don't want to ever see the run Bland on another number one corner again. I don't want to ever see that shit again. I mean, like listen, everybody has the same thought process. Me and LandLord called each other when it happened. It was the game against the Seattle Seahawks. When he got lit up the way he did, and they had to take him off of DK and put Stephon Gilmore on him. Right, I knew right then it would be a long ass season if he ever had to play number one corners week in and week out. Now the moment they put him on Tyler Lockett or whoever the hell they put him on, he was over that bitch getting interceptions. He was playing better. He played with more confidence. But that Seattle Seahawks game showed me what all I needed to see. It also showed me we didn't have a Super Bowl caliber defense. Right, cause we gave up 30+ points to a team that couldn't even score on a regular basis. Revel is starting on one side, Bland. Oh, it's all good, LandLord. See, LandLord out here trying to thug it out for us, man. His connection was bad, and he was still out this motherfucker trying to cook up with us this morning, man. So y'all make sure y'all support my brother, man. Make sure y'all support my brother. Hit his Cash App, hit his Super Chat. Show him some love, man. Show my boy some love for rocking with us early this morning. It said Chase was getting busy on Bland as well. Yeah, listen, Bland is a good corner. Bland is a superb ball hawk. Bland is a good player. I do not want to run Bland on any number one wide receivers ever again. The results don't just vary. Like we've seen him on number one corners, and we don't like what happened. Well, this is the thing. Revel is coming off of a major knee injury. He is a raw rookie. Deron Bland is in the final year of his deal. So you have to give Deron Bland a contract anyway. That's one of the people that we don't talk about enough that's up for a contract, and they're not even talking about signing Deron Bland. They're not even speaking on giving him a contract. So what we do with Diggs? Nothing. Because we know the Dallas Cowboys probably ain't going to give Deron Bland the money he deserves. They probably ain't going to give Deron Bland the money he deserves. So Deron Bland is probably going to sign with a different team this upcoming offseason. What you do with Trayvon Diggs is you wait. And regardless of how Elam is playing, is he going to be better than Trayvon Diggs? Like, Elam will have to play at an all-pro level for me to not play Trayvon Diggs. Elam will have to play at an all-pro level. So when Trayvon Diggs is healthy, I'm playing Trayvon. I mean, I'm pretty sure they are gonna let Bland walk. Because when you look at the corner market and you look at what the other cornerbacks have signed for, who don't have the resume that Deron Bland has, he's gone. He's gone. It's over with. The moment J.C. Horn, and I love J.C. Horn coming out of college, I did, but the moment J.C. Horn got the contract that he got, I knew for a fact that Deron Bland was gone. J.C. Horn got over $100 million. He got over $100 million for basically like 30 games. Basically for like 30 games, he got over $100 million contract. So, I'm just saying, like, he's not an all-pro. He ain't got no NFL records for interceptions. Like, the Deron Bland agent got all the firepower and artillery. I mean, that's the route they're going, Cowboy by nature. All I'm saying, they didn't have to do it. They didn't have to do it that way. Your team was not that far off to where you couldn't have just added some good free agents, did what you did in the draft, and been back trying to contend. That's all I'm saying. I'm not disputing that that's the path that they chosen. I'm just saying there was another path to take. That's all. He said the Packers are better. I mean, are they? I mean, they got packed up. We didn't make the playoff, but this motherfucker show got packed up round one. I'm just saying. Just saying. But listen, man, it's been an hour. I do have to go to work. Do got to drop my little one off of school. So I had to cut the show a little short. But I appreciate y'all for sliding in and showing love to the platform. On the way out, please make sure y'all hit that like button. Please make sure y'all hit that share button. Please make sure you slap the shit out of an Eagles fan. And please hit that cash out with that super chat on the way out to support the that. You know, he said, but hey, we live in different states. What that supposed to be, cousin? What that supposed to mean? But yeah, man. Fuck with me. I'ma holler at y'all good people. God bless America. And no pack, no. I'ma holler at y'all good